G'day guys, it's Calvin, Car Tune Company in New Zealand. I get a lot of emails with people asking for part numbers on the 1UZs. I'm sorry I can't get back to all of you, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can get the part numbers to repair these cars for free and as good as some of the stuff that I have. I've really got to focus on my paying work, but I'm trying to help everyone out as well. So let's get into this and I'll run through it and show you where you can get the part numbers for your car cheap and easily. Righto, so we are back. Right, I'm looking at here the Toyota Microcat market, the proper Toyota one that I have access to, because it's like a reseller in New Zealand and I buy quite a few parts through Toyota, funnily enough. So that's the proper one right there, and we're going to refer back to that. I'm going to show you ones that you can get for free. Now I came around, I got an email. We'll just see if we can find the email, and it was about solenoids. It was Martin's. It was this one here. And this man asked me if I had number 2 solenoid for an A341, and I don't keep new ones in stock. I've got a few second-hand ones as an emergency, but I don't have any brand new ones. I just ring the local transmission supply shop. He's a mate of mine, and he sends me solenoids. But there are some other places you can get them as well around the world, and they're quite easy to get. But he's looking for part numbers. So Martin, this one is dedicated to you, but it applies to any parts that you're looking for. So I'm going to go in here, and the main website I use is toyodiycom. toyodiycom. Fantastic website, and it's very, very much like the EPC that I showed you, the electronic parts catalogue, that I have access through Toyota New Zealand. And we'll touch on some of those similarities in a moment. Right. I'm going to go in 2 different ways. So if you have your vehicle, so he just said A341, we don't have all the information, but let's say I think it might be in Australia, so it's possibly, let's say it's a Japanese import, Celsius into Australia, UCF20. UCF20s ran from the late 94 through into 97, so I'm going to go with a 96. USA would be 95 to 97 model years, 95, 96, 97 years. That would be an LS 400 in America normally, and we're going to go with the UCF 20. And so I've got 2 different options here. I'm going to go with the second one. And it says here that we've got 10th month of 1994, so that's when the production time, through to the 6th month of 97. It's a UCF 20, it's a Type A from Japan, 1U ZFE, and a 4-speed floor change. And there is the sub-model, so UCF 20-AEPNK. I'm going to click on that, and it brings up this list. Okay, and I'm going to go, let's say I'm going to go in here, and you'll see here, it's just a list. So I'm just going to sign in, and it's who I am, and I'm known as Gloverman on Lexstream. So and look at that, there's pictures. That's fantastic, eh? Look, pictures, that's what we wanted. Right, we're just going to pop over across here. If I do a refresh, I think it should sign me in. There's, I'm signed in, and I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to do a known part number that I have for a UCF 20. For me, it's an ECU number, and yes, I do remember the ECU number. If you don't put the dash in, it's okay. If you do put the dash in, it's okay as well. And it's going to be 50, which is Celsius LS400, and then it's going to be a 241. And we're going to search that, and it'll come up with a Celsius, like that, from Japan, 10th of 1994, 7th of 2000, which is interesting, but it won't, because if I click on here, there's the model numbers actually in the sub-models, and you'll see we've actually got from 06 to 1997, so that sorts that out there. It's not to 2000, you click on and it comes up. We were going with the grade A, which was an AEP-NK. I go in there, and it will bring up the ECU area, okay, and then we're going to go backwards. And we've pretty much now got the same information on both of them. There we go, okay. So through two different ways, we've come to the same place on the parts. Right, we're looking for transmission solenoids, and hey, let's just have a quick look. I'm going to go over here to Microcat. Oh, have I got a Celsius in here? I've got a UCF10. I can do the same, but you see they're a bit different. I probably should have set this up, and we should be able to find a Celsius. Now, Microcat marketing is actually, it's just had an upgrade. I'm still getting used to it. Celsius 94 to 2000, so that's UCF20. So in here we've got the UCF10, UCF20, UCF30, and it's the full range from the 94 to 2000, so BBTI and non-BBTI. And so when I look in the parts here, it's not going to be quite as easy for the fact that it's going to have both years, unless I actually went in over here, and I can probably isolate it a bit. It's a UCF20 AEP-NK. AEP-NK? I'm sure it was an AEP-NK. AEP-NK, yep, so AEP-NK. Floor speed, we're good there. So that has taken away the VVTI options, hopefully. And it allows us to look through, and you can see it's very similar in the makeup, but we've got the numbers here for the sub areas, and that will be important when we're getting into here. Right, we're looking for transmission solenoids. So we're not going to find it in engine. We're going to look in powertrain. That would be an obvious place to look. We're going to look. They're mounted in the valve body. A valve body. And there's a picture of the valve body. We can scroll down. There's actually 4 pages, so you be careful on some of them. Right here, we've got this next. We can go through all the pages of the valve body and strainer. And we've got some solenoids. Okay, so we've got these two, and we've got these 2 long ones. And if you didn't know, you're not going to know which are which. But fortunately, we can click on here. Look, it says, oh, I can't move it off. Lock-up solenoid, and I can't. If I point to my finger to the screen, it's not going to work. But we'll click on that. It's going to highlight over here. Solenoid assembly, lock-up control. Good. And this other long one, solenoid assembly, shift control. And then we've got the numbers for each of those. Then we've got these solenoids here, and it's got refer to Fig 8410. Part number is 85420. Okay, so it actually gave me some writing. 8410 overdrive and electronic control transmission. Okay, so we need to find that. Solenoids are an electrical part, so let's go see if we can find it in the electrical section. So I'm just going to take this one over here. We are in the electrical because that's how we search it. That's alright, that's good. And we're looking for transmission, cruise control, overdrive, and electronic control transmission. There we have picture. And we have a little box here. Look at this. Look at that. So there's the wiring loom. I'd like to be able to buy those wiring looms, but they're discontinued. We've got solenoids listed here. We've got solenoids listed down here. They happen to be, though, if I click on them. There we go. So here it lists number 2 and number 4, but I should have actually said it over here. Look at this. 2. So there's 2 solenoids of that design, and they are the shift solenoids. And don't worry about the prices. I just don't even care. I don't know if you can order parts from here. I've never tried it. I don't believe you can. I believe they're just there because it is a copy of the original or one of the older EPCs, electronic parts catalogs. If you're getting it, you probably want to buy the O-rings too if they don't come with them. There's 9410 to 97. There's the bolts that hold them in, and that gives us a part number 85420, which comes from the other section 50020. And look at that, we found the part number. If I go the same in here, the original valve body strainer, there it is. And see, there's the 4. Okay. We can go upper section. And we go upper section, just wait. We go to electrical. And you'll see how similar it is, but in these ones, of course, they have those numbers. And we go electronic controlled transmission. This one, 8410. It's 8410. It's got a different picture. This will actually show us the price, the recommended price for that part in New Zealand. We're going to click on there. It'll bring it up like this. Is my head in the way? Look at this. Watch this. $514. That's New Zealand dollars. That's considerable. But it does normally say that, hey, they are available, which is good. And I do reference my parts. Use the different systems but they're very similar. I can have Toyo DIY open on my phone as well. Can't have the EPC on my phone. But if we remember back, I used the cross reference to go into the system with the ECU number. But how about now I put in the solenoid number, and I'm checking all the boxes there, and I push enter, and watch what comes up. This is what those solenoids fit. Supras, Altezas, Chasers, Soras, we'd expect Soras, Crowns, Crown Majestas, so one of these has got to be UZZ. And again, we click on it, we bring it down, there's UZZ 141, 143, 145 and 147. Cool, eh? Right down, there's our Celsius, there's our LS400s, UCF10s and UCF20s. There's that list of Celsius, it'll have those 3 in it. You can have the 3, there's the 3, A, B and C's, because of course one is a UCF21, and all the LS400s. So it also means that if you are on a budget and you're going down to the dismantlers or the wreckers or the breakers yard, whatever, pick aparts, pull aparts, you may be able to cross-reference and find those parts that fit from other models, like igniters. Igniters fit other vehicles as well. So, and that can be really, really handy. Really handy. All right. I don't think I need to open up any more of those tabs at this stage. I'll leave one. Actually, I'll leave one of them. I was looking up other stuff, so I'm going to go here. And what I'm going to do is, hey, maybe eBay Australia. The man's in Oz. Let's hit eBay AU, eBay Australia. We'll get away from that ad, We'll come down there. And we'll just copy that part number in right there. What happens? Here we go. New OEM part, solenoid, 249 Australian. There's another one from the America, from the USA. I wonder what we get from eBay in the USA. And there are other places, of course, such as in America you've got the Rock Autos, Parts Geek, a few of those sort of places, and that can be really handy. Now, every now and again, and this, I made a stuff up this morning. New video editing software, and just sort of, this is take 2 because it didn't record any sound. I got 20 minutes of me talking to myself, which is not cool. But I did a search this morning and actually brought up another part number, and then what I did, which it's learnt because I did it this morning, it's learnt my search habits. These computers, the algorithms stuff you up. So it brought up the incorrect solenoid, and I took it and I then took that listing part number and I slammed it back into the cross-reference to find a completely different list of vehicles, which indicated that it's probably not the right part. So, but this time it's searched and I've got the same ones. So there's the same ones, and look, there it is. That one's from Japan. It's probably going to be the genuine part. But this is really to show you how you can use Toyo DIY, and you will notice I've got pictures. You'll notice I signed in, and for all you guys that I've helped out to get pictures, I'm also asking you to do the same to others and share and invite friends and other people to this platform, so you can they can have pictures and they can use this resource, because it is so helpful. And the other thing with it, if you are repairing your car and you've done something, you've taken something apart and you want to see how it goes together, let's say you've got carried away and you've put a shift kit, or you're attempting to put a shift kit in your valve body, and you've got a ball bearing left over and you're going, where does that ball bearing go? Or you've got a spring. Look, you could go through and check you've got all the things in the right place. Okay. So it can be really helpful to use in that sense. We've got some shims, seat, cut-off valve, and that's about wrong. So you can use it not just for finding parts, but how stuff goes together. Like this one's got the list of the bolts and the lengths of the bolts into that valve body. See, it's all listed up. A, B, C, D. Oh, there's more than these. There's E, F, G, H, and J's. Oh. Right, so it's got pictures of that, so you know which bolts go where to get all the right lengths in. And that can be so helpful. So Martin, this one of course was for you, finding those numbers. The number you wanted was 85420 50020, and I hope that helps a lot of guys keep these cars on the road, keep them running, find those parts, and then of course searching in different places to find good quality parts. I use a lot of genuine stuff because I have access to a lot of genuine stuff. In this case, I would, probably be waiting a little bit longer unless I was absolutely desperate. Or I would be using a second-hand one to get the car going, and then looking at new ones if we wanted to keep that car going for a lot longer. Or sometimes I do them as a maintenance sort of thing, depending on the vehicle that we're doing. If I want them to be reliable, I put a few new parts in. So I hope it's been helpful, and we'll talk to you again soon. Catch you later.